Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords. Part 2 of the Knights of the Old Republic series. Maybe one day will be a part 3. But for now, sadly no. Anyways, last time we had a lot of fun in the cantina. Raced our asses off once we figured out how to start our bikes. Now let us go and meet up with Czerka, as they seem to be the only employers currently approaching us in the station, together with the Ithorians, but Czerka's closer by, so I say we meet up with Czerka first.
Good day, I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Czerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jenna Lawso.
Of course. She has been expecting you. You will find her through the door and down the hall on the right.
What more can you tell me about Czerka? Give me the company line. Entertain me.
Czerka Corporation has operations on many systems, providing everything from medical supplies to starship weapons systems. Here on Telos, Czerka Corporation is involved in the restoration project, which Czerka hopes will serve as a model for future operations of this nature.
Oh, how lovely. I'll be going now. Actually, I've been lowering Noddy's calm voice a little bit too much. I think I need to higher him up a little bit, pitch him up a bit. So we'll give that a go. It's a constant struggle with voice action, keeping your character's voice the same.
I'm glad that Czerka put a capable woman in charge of the project. I've got every faith she'll do things right.
Oh, alright. Seems the employees are happy with Jenna Lawso. Hello there. Yeah, she's greenish. I guess she is indeed a Miralian.
I knew you'd come eventually. I'm confident that we will be able to reach a working agreement satisfactory to both you and I. But where are my manners?
Indeed.
On behalf of Czerka Corporation,
Indeed.
I would like to be the first to welcome you to Telos.
Well, you mentioned work. What sort of work do you have for me?
Our primary concern on Citadel Station is the restoration of Telos' surface. The Republic is eager to revitalize Telos as a benchmark for other such efforts in other systems. While a generous amount of credits has been budgeted to Telos, the bumbling of Chodo Habat and his Ithorians has squandered away much of these resources. For a project of this size, judicious planning and thrifty spending of resources is a necessity, something Habat fails to understand. Nonetheless, Czerka remains optimistic. There are many jobs we need assistance with. For someone with your experience, you would be well compensated.
What do you have to say since you begin with complaints against the Ithorians? What do you say about their complaints about Czerka?
I can understand why you might be on their side, but believe me, you wouldn't be doing Telos any favors assisting those amateurs. Oh sure, Habat's intentions are good enough, but good intentions won't restore Telos. His expensive policy of relocating biological specimens from Onderon without any planning will doom Telos in the end. I don't think Habat even realizes that at their current pace, they will run out of funding before even half of the restoration zones are up and running. Czerka plans to use some of the planet's own resources to help fund the restoration. These extra funds will greatly improve the project in the long run. Habat, on the other hand, can't see beyond his own selfish concerns.
That sounds very reasonable. The planet's own resources, then?
We've discovered that the surface of Telos is covered with military facilities that were either destroyed or abandoned during the Sith attack. Salvaged raw materials from these sites can either be reprocessed and put back into service, or resold to help fund the project.
So scavenge old ruins. Bit of a scavenger operation. I'm familiar enough with those, yes. Very well. What can I do?
Czerka has been managing the restoration project without the assistance of a droid for some time now. Habat has commandeered the new droid intelligence that was to be delivered to the station. I'd like for you to meet the shipment at Dock Module 126, Shuttle Bay 2, and bring the droid back here before the Ithorians foul things up again.
What about B4D4 then?
While B44 is perfectly capable of handling Czerka's needs when it comes to accounting and record-keeping, he simply is not capable of dealing with the running of a project as massive as the restoration of Telos.
Ah, I see. Still, this is the Ithorian's droid. You want me to steal the Ithorian's droid, so we have that clear.
Requisition, if it helps. As the Republic's fund for the restoration of Telos is now divided between both parties, it really isn't stealing, as you put it. It will save the Republic time and money if we cut through the process of having a droid transferred to us. It will be better for Telos in the long run.
Yeah, you don't think anyone will mind if they find their droid suddenly in your home? But if you, well, I'll do it, but if you want me to do it, it will cost you.
Don't worry. Czerka wouldn't expect you to work unpaid and won't subject you to veiled threats and coercion like Habat. For your help in this matter, you will be paid the sum of 250 credits.
250? The Ithorians will pay me better than that.
You're right. 300 credits would be much more reasonable.
See, that's what I like to hear. I'll think about it for now. I have to weigh my options here carefully.
Very well then. I hope to see you soon.
So, we have that's a job for Czerka, stealing a droid from the Ithorians. But let us first have a chat with the Ithorians before we make such decisions regarding this. However, they do make a good point that, well, I mean, yeah, the project has to stay within budget. Letting artistic passions run away with you on big projects, not always a good idea. So off we go to the other residential module to meet with the Ithorians. And maybe we can get a bit of a bidding war going. One side bid against the other. Medical units. Shooter notions. Guess we'll just have the Ithorian compound here.
Welcome! How may I help you?
Moses sent me. I'm to speak with Chodo Habat.
Oh, you are the Jedi Moses spoke of. I will open the doors for you now and inform Chodo Habat of your arrival. He will be pleased to see you.
I don't know if these doors have been opened. I think there is no door there. Oh well. Yes, these are all Ithorians. And, oh, they have nice fountain and plants here, I guess. Ah, that's Moza and Chodo Habat. Let us speak with Chodo Habat and see what he has to offer.
Oh, glad it's me that you came. I am Chodo Habat, leader of the Ithorians here. I am sorry to impose our troubles upon you, but I did not know where to turn when I sensed your arrival.
You sensed my arrival.
Yes, I am a priest of my people, and I sense an echo within the Force upon your arrival. It's a subtle disturbance, unless you know what you're listening to. I suspected you were one of the remaining Jedi and hoped you would help us. This is why I sent Mozo to seek you out.
I am not a Jedi.
I understand, and I hope I have not offended you. Perhaps you might help us all the same.
What do you want of me?
Tell me, do you know the problems with the restoration efforts face?
I'd like to hear your perspective on the matter, yes.
The Delusion government summoned my herd ship to Citadel Station and asked if we could rebuild their broken home. We progressed for a time, but our troubles began. The corporation gained intrade influence here, and we have little to do to stop them. We progressed for I fear if Czerka continues to interfere with our restoration projects, it will never be completed. Telos will remain barren and lifeless with all our work. That's of the Republic, the Delusions, and my own people. And have been working for nothing.
And what do you intend to do about this?
Our first goal is to get the restoration project moving forward again. The Republic originally provided droid intelligence to the Citadel Station to help manage the logistics of the project, but it vanished some time ago.
Was it stolen, perhaps?
The team has conducted a thorough investigation into the matter and was unable to find a reason for the disappearance. However, I do not believe it was stolen by Czerka. At great expense, my herd ship acquired a second, somewhat lesser intelligent droid to be taken from it. The Delusion government has offered a small escort, but I hope you might use safe transitions from the backup up. Might you aid us in this matter?
Yes, I hope I summarized that as best I could. With gibbering aliens. The fact that these are gibbering aliens might be a reason for me to start working with Czerka, because then at least I don't have to keep up with this dialogue.
And what would I get out of this?
Telos' fate hangs in a balance. For your help, I will aid attempt to healing. See what loss can be restored.
Healing? What do you mean, healing?
I felt an echo within the Force upon your arrival. It's not a natural thing. It spoke of great pain, not scars and such. It's as if the Force flowed through you was torn away brutally and quickly. The echoes from something hollows that once flowed through you. It is most unusual wound you carry. If you will permit me to examine you, perhaps I could help restore what was lost.
Your speech is filled with maybes and perhaps. You are bold to make promises of healing while the world under your care burns and dies. Consider carefully. You have already begun to heal, to feel the Force again. If so, then the offer is worthless.
Do not mistake me. It's not my desire to see any living thing suffer, but the suffering of Telos is all that consumes us.
The ship I arrived in recently was stolen. Do you know anything about that?
I had heard the ship was missing, hidden somewhere in Telos. Those of my herds that are familiar with the planets, we could help you search for it. Perhaps this will be payment for your services.
Why did you help me find my ship first?
My apologies, but I cannot. Too often have we been misled by users of one another's these days. We can no longer afford to give selflessly, lest we be nothing left to give.
I have to think about all this.
Please consider it serious then, for the matter is most grave.
So I wonder if we can speak with him about the complaints that Czerka has about this whole matter.
Oh, you have returned. You've decided to help us guard the droid intelligence.
Oh, we can actually...
Do you know anything about a man named Batono?
Batono? I'm sorry to admit I'm unfamiliar to me. I admit I have little interaction with other residents of this area, however.
I thought you might know of him, given his dislike of Czerka.
It is true that he is no friend of Czerka. I wish it were true if I knew of him. But alas, I do not. I am sorry I cannot be more helpful.
I'll be going now then.
So, yes, as Kreia said, the whole offering of maybes and maybes is actually not that reassuring. And indeed, they might be offering nothing, while Czerka does at least offer Sable actual substantial rewards that are measurable, as it were. So I think we'll help Czerka, and also because I really don't want to keep doing the voices for the Ithorians all the time. A little bit of an OC here.
Forgive me, Chodo, but a human, I could feel his suffering. I did not feel it until he stood before us, but it filled my senses. Have you ever felt such intensity before? Only once before, the day I came to Tifos and strode on its ashen surface. It is a planet's worth of pain. I do not know how he endures. It is because he has no choice. Perhaps in helping heal the planet, it will help him become whole again.
Yeah, I've had enough of that. We're not going to work for the Ithorians. Czerka! Good corporate friends! Let us do the little corporate dance. And honestly, Channel Orso's arguments are reasonable. Like, I don't know. Sadly, we don't have insights because the Ithorians don't respond to that. But if what she says is true, then yeah. Actually, utilizing some old industrial refuse and such from the plant surface is very wise in doing this restoration project thing. Oh! I guess Jana has visitors.
I will arrange transport to one of the restoration zones on the planet's surface. You will be safe from the TSF there.
That seems best. We will wish to wait until things cool down when we attempt to seek passage off-system.
For the services you have offered to Czerka, you will also be reimbursed. I trust that is an agreeable arrangement.
Yes, Executive Lorso. If there's nothing else, my associate and I are eager to board the shuttle and leave this station.
Of course. I would instruct the commander to await your arrival.
A Deferonian and a... What is it? Lorso, stop them! They are wanted criminals! It is a clue to get out of here then!
Well, seems Lorso has some unsavory friends indeed.
Welcome back.
Let us go through this
Our
quickly
primary
again.
knowledge for none. Czerka, I'd like.
So let us go through this.
Requisite. It will.
Yeah.
Down
Cost
for
you.
your.
Persuade him again.
You're right.
Right, let's do this. I have to do it right away.
Excellent. I will secure credits for your payment immediately. Oh, and here. You might need this to get into the hangar.
So we have some Czerka credentials that might be handy for other reasons. That we can question her on working with two wanted criminals, offering them passage to the surface. Oh well. Guess we have made our choice.
Oh well, at least we are walking the path of our prey, and we know that Czerka has a means to get to the surface. That is actually promising that we are walking the right path, yes.
So off we go to ship arrivals, somewhere we haven't visited yet so far. Ooh. Nice posters. I wonder what we get. Well, I just the other day I did saw a actual animated commercialized billboard, so I guess that might be something that is coming. Oh, I guess we'll take a shuttle to the hangar base. So, this very airporty.
I hear the refugee problem on Nar Shaddaa is getting out of hand. I met someone who managed to escape. He didn't even want to talk about it.
Really. Well, not my problem. I'm not fool enough to take upon the weight of the entire galaxy anymore. That's a foolish failing of the Jedi. Carrying something you cannot burden will just end up crushing you and not helping anyone. Guess this is the Czerka Bay.
This is Docking Bay 3. If you have business here, please be on your way.
I'd like some information on the passengers that came through here.
I'm sorry, I can't release that data to you. Confidentiality of travelers comes through this bay is one of our primary concerns.
Don't worry, I'll be discreet in my inquiries. And the killer is dead anyway.
And perhaps, even so, it will occur expenses for me to find the information that you seek.
Of course. How much will these expenses be?
I believe 25 credits will be sufficient.
25 credits it is then.
Excellent, let me just bring up the passenger manifest. What's the passenger's name?
Batu Rem.
Very good, let's see. His departure destination was for Nar Shaddaa. He's scheduled to return once That's all the information in any case I have. Best is the less information we gathered. The less we give out. Our passengers are doubly protected that way.
I'll be going then.
So, we know the assassin came from Nar Shaddaa. Oh, it seems that there's probably some people there wanting to kill us. Probably the exchange then. Let's speak with the Czerka officer. This is a private docking bay owned by and operated by Czerka Corporation. Unless you have business here, please move along.
I am looking for a man named Batono.
Doesn't sound familiar. He is the best bet. He's directly your inquiry for General Oxo. You can find her at the Czerka offices in Residential Module 082.
You don't know, but he oversaw these docks.
Look, I am paid to guard the docking bay, not answer your questions. Inquiries about Czerka employees should be directed to the branch of the executive's officer.
Czerka employee? Then you know about Batono.
You must be mistaken, and please move along.
You can tell me what you know, or I can hurt you. And then you will tell me what you know.
Alright. I know he worked for Czerka, but that is all. You have to believe me. Talk with Lana. If anyone knows, it's her. Right. So, probably have to quiz Lana about that when we return. I guess we can't get in here. So let us go steal a droid from the Ithorians. Alright then, Ithorian, hello.
Greetings!
Choda Habat sent me to help deliver the replacement restoration droid.
That is strange. Choda did not send word about you. You have to excuse me, but in times like these, I must be certain.
I have my credentials right here.
Oh yes, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Please enter. They're waiting for you inside.
Space suits. Ah, okay, so after that's what the terminal's for. Open dock bay to the door. All too easy. Well, it's actually pressing a button. Of course it's easy. So I think we might need every advantage here to convince him. So I'm gonna cast Force Valor before we do this.
I'm glad you're here. I'm the only man the TSF could spare, and frankly, I got a bad feeling about this.
Ah, I know.
Oh yes, sir. Oh, please, Choda Abbot sent another to arrive to help us. We...
Excuse me, Master, but it seems we have some additional visitors.
Well, a group of unarmored, barely armed thugs.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
And they just attack. Okay then, zappy zap time. Goodbye, leader.
More where that came from.
I don't think these people will live very long. There we go.
I am grateful for your assistance. It was most terrible. I wonder who could order
Master,
such a
one of
thing.
the assailants was carrying this.
An assassin's tool. It's no surprise that hired killer would carry weapons such as these.
Ah, awareness.
It looks like the blaster has been heavily modified.
Interesting, I believe you are correct. Though I am by no means an expert, such modifications are illegal on Central Station. Lieutenant Kren should be informed that he might conduct an investigation. But more importantly, you must take the droid back to Choda Abbot. I fear there may be more attacks if we do not travel quickly.
Of course. I'll get it to Choda Abbot right away.
Excellent! In that case, please follow Master Nodius Khan to the compound.
Right. Well, we'll head to return these droids to the compound, but which one we'll find out later at a later date. For now, I think we will call it a day here and see what next time what we get on to of working for Czerka. So until the next episode, goodbye. Ooh, space.